Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about your pineal gland, your third eye, and how this is connected to the twin flame journey and the twin flame experience. So we're going to explain a few things, like what the third eye and pineal gland are, how they can help you or what will happen to them when you meet your twin flame or when you're preparing to meet your twin flame, and how you can open your third eye and your pineal gland as well.
Yes, so first thing, why is the third eye connected to the twin flame connection? Well, meeting your twin flame is a highly spiritual and significant event of your life. You are literally seeing yourself in the mirror for the first time ever, and this can trigger a third eye awakening.
Yeah, so there are many signs of the third eye awakening. So you might have like literally itches or tingles in your third eye area, which is just, in the front of your forehead there. You might experience like weird or different dreams. You might have random OBEs, out-of-body experiences. You might feel like a tingling around your whole body. It might trigger some Kundalini symptoms as well. It really depends, from person to person.
Yeah, so for us for you, it was mostly, I guess, the energy running up from your spine up to the third eye.
Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of third eye and forehead pressure that would come at random times. And this would last several months after meeting Steph that happened. And it still happens quite frequently.
Yeah, and another thing is that once you've met and reunited with your twin flame, if you meditate at the same time, we found that often we both get sort of weird experiences, third eye related. I get sort of Kundalini symptoms, in my stomach, spine, the crown of my head, all of these places. So that's an interesting thing if you have reunited with your twin flame, to meditate at the same time in the same room.
Yeah, definitely don't freak out if you start feeling these symptoms. Just sit down, be quiet your mind, and just meditate while these things happen. Breathe and focus your attention on the third eye. Just surrender to the experience without fear.
So just a quick bit of background about the third eye. So it's basically the portal between this dimension and the next dimension. So it's the way that your consciousness can actually experience and travel to the other dimensions through like astral projection, OBEs and that sort of thing. But it can very easily become blocked or calcified. So relative to its size, it has the most blood flow of any organ in your body. So anything in your bloodstream, anything you put on your skin, anything you eat, it basically is going to directly travel to the pineal gland and either be good or bad for it. Most of the time we tend to take or ingest things that are bad for the pineal gland just because we don't know. Like for example, toothpaste. If your toothpaste contains fluoride, that is very dangerous to not only your body but also the pineal gland. And it creates what are known as phosphate crystals, which go and sort of calcify the pineal gland and stop it working. This can sever your connection to your higher abilities, your higher self, your soul, astral projection, lucid dreams. It can stop all of that from happening.
Yeah, so when we learned this, we just threw away our fluoride toothpaste. I was afraid that it would not be good for my teeth to stop with fluoride toothpaste, but I've been not using fluoride toothpaste for 2 years now, and I have had no problems whatsoever. One thing that we found helps as well is to once a week do charcoal brushing as well. Mm-hmm. So you take a charcoal powder and brush your teeth for 2 minutes once a week. That really helps to get rid of all that bacteria and it really makes your teeth fresh and bacteria free.
Yeah, so there's a reason that if you look at the back of the toothpaste tube, if it contains fluoride, it literally has a phone number for poison control, because if you ingest too much of it, it's deadly. So there's a reason for that. And so, like I said, anything that you ingest anything you put on your skin or ingest enters your bloodstream and directly sort of goes to the pineal gland as well.
Another way to help open up your third eye is to meditate. So try to do this daily, ideally in the morning and also in the evening if you have time. And focus on your third eye. You don't need to look at your third eye, but just focus your attention there. And your third eye is not just here by the forehead, that's a myth. It's actually further in. So focus more behind your eyes. Focus your attention there, breathe and clear your thoughts.
And so the third eye, when your pineal gland is calcified, it stops you having, and I'm talking specifically now about if you've not met your twin flame yet. If your third eye is calcified, your pineal gland is calcified, it limits the connection and communication you can have with your twin flame. Now, of course, in other dimensions like the fifth dimension, you're always connected, you're always communicating. However, in the lower down dimensions, like the fourth dimension, which is where the astral plane and that sort of thing happens, and dreams and that kind of connections, that will be limited if your third eye is closed or blocked. Basically, what we're saying is like if you want to speed up reunion and have like more of a direct communication with your twin flame, if you've not met yet, then it's quite important to open your third eye.
It will be easier to identify whether this is your twin flame, for example, which can be quite difficult to know, but the intuition is strengthened by opening your third eye. This is why these things are so important to do.
Absolutely. So we do actually have an ebook about how to raise your frequency and vibrations that has a big section on opening your third eye and all kinds of things linked to that. If you do want to go really into depth with this, we get quite nerdy about it in the book. In the book.
In the book.
we get quite nerdy about it in the ebook. So the links are in the description for that. It's the raise your frequency, raise your vibrations blueprint. So beyond that, would love to hear your comments about what you think about this. Any third eye experiences you've had, any weird tingling or sensations, or weird dreams, anything like that.
So do you think that your third eye is opening? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your third eye experiences.
Yeah. See you next time, guys.
Love you guys.